Assalamu alaikum guys, I am Gazanfar Ali, your chemistry tutor, and last time we discussed about the 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1, 4 disubstituted cyclohexane conformational analysis, and today we are going to discuss about the topicity and the different parts of topicity. So what is topicity? What is topicity? Topicity is the stereochemical or geometric relationship between homomorphic ligands, groups or atoms. So what is topicity? Topicity is basically the stereochemical or the geometric relationship between the homomorphic ligands, homomorphic groups and homomorphic atoms. So what is homomorphic ligands? What are the homomorphic ligands? These are such ligands that having same constitution of atom, they having same configuration, and they are superimposable mirror images of each other. So these are the properties of homomorphic ligands. We said topicity is the stereochemical or the geometric relationship between the homomorphic ligands, atoms or groups. And what are the homomorphic ligands? Such ligands that having same constitution, same configuration, and they are superimposable mirror images of each other. For example, this is a molecule of propane. So what is the relationship between this methyl group and this methyl group, this hydrogen and this hydrogen? We have not focused at the stereogenic center. We have to find the relationship between the homomorphic ligands. So this carbon, this hydrogen and this hydrogen are superimposable mirror image of each other. So they are homomorphic ligands of each other. Similarly, we can say that this methyl group and this methyl group are superimposable mirror images of each other. So they are also homomorphic ligands. So we can say that they are homomorphic ligands. And the relationship, stereochemical relationship between these homomorphic ligands is called topicity. So we use two criteria. One is the substitution addition criteria that are employed to determine the topic relationship or stereochemical relationship between the homomorphic ligands. So we use substitution addition criteria, and second is the symmetry criteria. We also use symmetry criteria to determine the stereochemical or the geometric relationship between the homomorphic ligands. Suppose we have a molecule, any molecule, and we want to find the stereochemical relationship between the homomorphic ligands of this molecule. Then we apply the symmetry criteria. We apply symmetry criteria then there are two possibilities. There is a C2 axis of symmetry present. There is C2 axis of symmetry present and C2 axis of symmetry absent. If C2 axis of symmetry present, then they are the homotopic ligands. They are the homotopic ligands. And if C2 axis of symmetry absent, then they are heterotopic ligands. And the heterotopic ligands are further classified into two types. One is the enantiotopic ligands or diastereotopic ligands. Diastereotopic ligands. What are enantiotopic ligands? Enantiotopic ligands are such ligands that having plane of symmetry or center of symmetry. If plane of symmetry or center of symmetry present between the homomorphic ligands, then they are the enantiotopic ligands. If the plane of symmetry or the center of symmetry is absent, then they are the diastereotopic ligands. So this is the symmetry criteria to determine the topic relationship between the homomorphic ligands. What are homotopic ligands? Homotopic ligands are two homomorphic ligands are said to be homotopic ligands if they can interchange position. They can interchange position by rotation around Cn axis of symmetry. Homotopic ligands are such ligands that can interchange position by rotation around the Cn axis to give the identical molecule. Such ligands are called homotopic ligands. For example, we have a molecule of butene. So we can see that there is C2 axis of symmetry present here. There is C2 axis of symmetry present here. What is meant by C2 axis of symmetry? When we do 180 rotation, we get identical molecules. So we can see that they are the identical molecules. So we can say that there is a symmetry criteria is applicable to identify the stereochemical relationship between the homomorphic ligands. So they are the homotopic ligands because symmetry criteria is applicable. So there is a C2 axis of symmetry present. What are enantiotopic ligands? What are enantiotopic ligands? Enantiotopic ligands are such atoms or groups which on replacement with other atoms or groups give a one or more than one pair of enantiomers. When we apply the substitution addition criteria. For example, we have a molecule like this and we want to find the relationship between these two homomorphic ligands. So for the identification of the relationship, topic relationship between these two homomorphic ligands, we apply the substitution addition criteria. Substitution addition criteria. If we get a pair of enantiomers, then they are enantiotopic ligands. If we get a pair of diastereomers, then they are the diastereotopic ligands. So here we will observe that we get a pair of enantiomers. We get a pair of enantiomers. So what is the relationship between these two homomorphic ligands? So these homomorphic ligands are enantiotopic ligands. Enantiotopic ligands. What are enantiotopic phases? What are enantiotopic phases? If a pair of enantiomers are obtained by attaching an atom or a group to one or other phase of a molecule, then there is an enantiotopic phase is present. For example, in case of flat molecules like alkenes and carbonyl compounds. In alkenes and carbonyl compounds, a pair of enantiomers are obtained by attaching an atom or a group to one or other phase of a molecule. So we can say that there is an enantiotopic phase is present. For example, we have acetaldehyde, that is a flat molecule, and then we apply the substitution addition criteria to determine the topical relationship between the homomorphic ligands. So it can add on from this side, but it can also add from this side, because it is a flat molecule. Nucleophile can attack from this side or from this side. So they are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. So they are enantiomers. So we can say that there is enantiotopic phases present in this flat molecule. What are diastereotopic ligands? What are diastereotopic ligands? Diastereotopic ligands are such ligands or such atoms which on replacement with other atom or groups give a pair of diastereomers. For example, we have a molecule of 1-chloro and 2-propene, and then we apply the substitution addition criteria to determine the topical relationship between the ligands. So what is the relationship between these two hydrogens? We apply the substitution criteria, addition criteria. So if we get a pair of diastereomers, then they are the diastereotopic ligands. And if we get a pair of enantiomers, then they are the enantiotopic ligands. So here we will observe that we get a pair of diastereomers because they are non-superimposable, non-mirror images of each other. So they are diastereomers of each other. So we can say that these two homomorphic ligands are diastereotopic ligands. These two ligands are diastereotopic ligands. Next, what are the diastereotopic phases? Diastereotopic phases. Diastereotopic phases. If a pair of diastereomers are obtained by attaching an atom or a group to one or other phase of a molecule, then there is diastereotopic phases present. For example, we have a molecule like this. So we find the relationship between these two homomorphic ligands. If we get a pair of diastereomers, then they are diastereotopic ligands. If we get a pair of enantiomers, then they are enantiotopic ligands by applying this substitution addition criteria. So we can see that this is a chiral carbon. The chiral carbon, so what is its configuration? It is R or it is S. So I am seeing from this side, and we draw the Fisher projection. So it is our number 1 purity, number 2, it goes number 3 purity, and it goes number 4 purity. I am seeing from this side. So this is carbon number 3, purity number 3, purity number 4, purity number 2, and purity number 1. But in order to assign the RS configuration, our lowest purity group must be at the bottom position. So we do rotation in such a way that our lowest purity group must be at bottom position. So it's the 1 moves here, 2 is here, 3 is here, and 4 is here. Now we see rotation. The rotation is clockwise, so it is our R configuration. If the rotation is anti-clockwise, then they are S configuration. They have S, this carbon have S configuration, but in this case, the rotation is clockwise, so this chiral carbon is R chiral carbon, and this is A chiral carbon. So now we do the substitution addition criteria to determine the topical relationship between the ligands. We apply the substitution addition criteria. Now this carbon becomes chiral carbon because for different groups are attached with this carbon. So what is the configuration of this chiral carbon? So suppose this Z is our any halogen atom. Suppose it is our Br. So it gets number 1 purity because it has highest atomic number. It gets number 2 purity because this carbon is directly bonded with oxygen. This carbon is directly bonded with chlorine, oxygen, and hydrogen, and this carbon is bonded with hydrogen, hydrogen, and hydrogen. So it gets number 3 purity, it gets number 4 purity. Now we see the rotation. The rotation is clockwise. So it is our R chiral carbon. It is also our R chiral carbon. When we do substitution addition criteria, we get another molecule that is look like this. So this carbon also becomes chiral carbon. This carbon has R configuration. So what is the configuration of this chiral carbon? In this case, we will observe that our lowest purity group is represented by the wedge bond. It is represented by the wedge bond, means the hydrogen is directed towards the observer. So we reverse the configuration. So it becomes S configuration. It becomes S configuration. So RR and SR are diastereomers of each other. And secondly, we will observe that they are non-superimposable, non-mirror images of each other. So we will get a pair of diastereomers. So what is the relationship between these two hydrogens? So we can say that these two hydrogens, the homomorphic ligands, are diastereotopic ligands.